It's American Ninja Warriors, USA versus the world, featuring the top ninja athletes from around the globe.
We're young, we're fast, and we're gonna show no mercy.
Oh my!
Team Europe has the best ninjas.
Look at Georgia Monroe go!
Tonight, the home team tries to reclaim the crown.
Last season, Team Europe took us out.
Team Europe are the world champions!
And we are hungry for it this year.
It would be amazing if Team Europe won again, back-to-back.
With the team we have, we can't lose.
Here's a winner, take all.
And a new team enters the fray with their sights set on an upset.
We're coming up as the newbies, the underdogs. But I like it that way. No one's going to see us coming.
We may be from down under, but we're going to end up on top.
Holy smoke! What a
The war will be waged on all 4 legendary stages of Mount Midoriyama, with the final 2 teams racing side by side up the 80-foot tower.
It's gonna be close!
To claim the crown.
Here's a rise or it's fall. Nothing's gonna break me 'cause
Welcome to Las Vegas, where the best ninja athletes from around the globe have come to battle it out on American Ninja Warrior, USA versus the world. Hello, everyone, and thanks for being with us. I'm Matt Eisman.
And I'm Akbar Miller. Matt, I love the atmosphere at these competitions. It's like the Ninja Olympics, and there's nothing like representing your country.
Well, the ninja phenomenon continues to grow around the world, and tonight, our team of Americans will face the defending champions from Europe, plus a very new, exciting squad from down under in Australia.
And another big change for tonight is that all of our teams will feature top female competitors. Team USA has not one, but 2 women athletes on its squad. The incredibly strong Jessie Flex Lebrecht and the 5-foot dynamo Barclay Stockton. They're part of a powerhouse team led by the last ninja standing from the regular season, gym owner Drew Dresham. The high-flying Philly Phoenix, Najee Richardson, and 19-year-old Houston College student Matisse Kid Awadi.
For a look at how the scoring will work, let's go down to the 3rd member of our team, Christine Leahy.
Thanks, Matt. Tonight's teams face the world's toughest obstacle course, the 4 stages of Mount Midoriyama. And we'll see our ninjas compete on all of them. We'll have 1 athlete from each team compete in each heat. First place in each heat gets 2 points. Second place gets 1 point. And third place gets 0 points. At the end, only the 2 highest scoring teams move on to stage 4 for a climb-off. Whoever gets to the top first takes home the title.
Thanks, Christine. So here's how they'll run in the first heat. Team Europe will start with one of their exciting new faces, 20-year-old Georgia Monroe from London. The Australians will make their debut with 25-year-old Jack Wilson from the Outback. And leading it off for the Americans, it's Barclay Stockton. And it's the sparkly ninja looking to ignite things off the right way here for Team USA. This 5-foot-tall former gymnast from Dayton, Texas has had a meteoric rise at Ninja Warrior.
It is such an honor to be a part of Team USA. 3 years ago, I was at home dreaming about getting a call to be on American Ninja Warrior.
She is a rising ninja star.
Now, I'm amongst the very best ninjas representing Team USA.
Yes! 5 feet tall, locking it in!
It's crazy.
Take it all in, Barclay.
This means so much to me, and I'm going to crush it tonight.
At 5 feet tall, she's going to be tested early trying to run across this first obstacle, Archer Alley.
A lot of pressure representing your country. Pop, 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 looking like a firecracker.
She gets through, now facing another challenge in the propeller bar. And a big mount here, no problem. With that gymnastics background, so comfortable on the trampoline. But here's the real contest, the double dipper. Took out more competitors than any other obstacle in the regular season.
Matt, coming down, it can be pretty wicked. So fast, it's like a roller coaster. Control it, good. Perfect! Whoa, look at that! She is posed like she wanted. She is posed like she wanted to fight the double dipper. All right, but you're fighting for your country.
And at 5 feet tall, the jumping spider can be a challenge. Got to get in there deep.
Boom! Oh, 5 feet! Spraying it out. Look at that flexibility, the power out of that gymnast. 4 points of contact. I like it on Barclay's socket.
And she is through. But now facing G1, which ended her season in the national finals. She came up short as she jumped to the first steering wheel.
Matt, she needs the momentum. She has to be explosive. Get some speed so she can jump.
But instead, she's being cautious, almost walking across those 4 times. This is an 8-foot leap, and she's really thinking about it.
Oh, got it!
Sometimes it's about surviving, and Barclay Stockton is doing just that.
Here you go, making this nice mache. You know what?
And a smile comes across her face. She's feeling confident. Keep in mind, this 5th wheel will spin. You got to get to the center or forward, otherwise you'll end up in the water, and she does.
Getting that momentum so she can get on the top side of that big tire.
Clock is ticking, and every obstacle she completes, she puts more pressure on Europe's Georgia Monroe and Australia's Jack Wilson, who will run next.
And with her size, this one wall is a challenge.
Got it! 5 feet tall, dominating that warp wall. 2 more obstacles to go. Up next is a balance test in the razor beams. Got to run across the tops. They're only 6 inches wide. Now this pace, she's surviving, but she is leaving the door open.
Ooh. She's through! Oh, she is feeling it, man. She knows she's only 1 obstacle away from the finish.
Even with all her success, Barclay has never hit a buzzer on a course. She is so close now to her first. One final obstacle, the twist and fly, and those handles spin 360 degrees. Stockton, looking to add her name to history and hit a buzzer here in stage 1. Jessie Graff and Alyssa Beard, the only women to have done it.
Get it? Come on, Barclay, Stockton. There's a reason why Team USA started off with you.
And watch the gymnast fly here onto the cargo net.
Ooh, look how high. I think she's gonna get all the way to the top.
Great transfer. Barclay Stockton going to get her first buzzer in Ninja Warrior competition and do it for her home country, Team USA. And the emotions overflowing for the sparkly ninja. The 3rd woman ever to finish stage 1 and an incredible way to start off this competition.
Can I remind you that she's just 5 feet tall, but look at her soar up to the propeller bar and fly across the double dipper and then find a way to stick the landing inside the jumping spider. She was emotional after hitting her very first buzzer, doing it for Team USA.
Barclay delivered big. Let's go down to Christine.
Congratulations, Barclay! That was your first buzzer ever. How did that feel?
I don't even have words. I'm so thankful and so proud to be on USA, and it was amazing to beat the obstacle that I fell on in stage 1. I'm just like really excited and proud.
Barclay, I'm proud of you too. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Guys, back to you.
Tonight, this global ninja battle takes on a whole new look.
Oh my goodness!
For the first time ever, we've got a team from down under, ready to shock the world.
Team Australia is going to make their mark in this competition.
And we'll see more women athletes than ever before, including 2 from the defending champs, Team Europe.
With a team like ours, we can't lose.
And Team USA's captain, Drew Dreschel, has also added some new faces to try to bring back the title.
How could you lose with a team like this and a captain like Drew? I think we're gonna do it.
It's the world's best ninjas battling for national pride on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world.
Darren, want to become a vampire?
I'll do it.
They're looking for you, Darren.
Prepared to die.
Check this out.
Just like a real vampire.
That is one awesome vampire power, man.
Cirque du Freak, The Vampire's Assistant, 20th September at 9:45 on AXN. Next on Asian Dream.
It's time to show us what you've really got.
I really thought it was going to be Carl being in the top 2.
With you?
With me.
How dare you say that? Why would you give me all this fake love all the time, and then at the end of the day you say, oh, I thought you were going to be eliminated.
The winner of this season's Asian Dream is...
Asian Dream, Thursdays at 7:25 p.m. Only on AXN. Watch full episodes and exclusive content for free. Brought to you by the Subaru Forester, the extraordinary SUV.
The point of Songland is that unknown writers come on the show and walk away as professional songwriters.
You're one of us. You're totally one of us.
Oh my God.
A new season that will change lives.
It's undeniable. You have a future.
Songland has made so many dreams come true.
One song at a time.
And there are so many more to come.
I'm telling you, what happens here is magic.
Songland. New episodes, Mondays at 7:55. Only on AXN.
Matt? Matt, are you home?
Boyd.
I think he's in trouble.
All right, we got it from here.
Just give him what he wants.
Shots fired!
Chicago Fire. New episodes, Thursdays at 9:45. Only on AXN.
The curfew will begin in 10 minutes. Breaking the terms of the curfew is a serious offense. The curfew is now in effect.
Take a look around you. You didn't just opt out of the curfew, of the rules and restrictions that come with it. You opted in. Nothing about the race is easy, but it is going to be worth it. Because at the end of tonight, one team is going to come with me to a place with hope. Race yourselves free.
Keep driving. What kind of parents would go along with this?
Simply the best.
The rules are really simple. Win. That's all that matters.
Curfew. New episodes, Mondays at 9:45. Only on AXN.
Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior and our USA versus the World special. And the home team is off to a strong start thanks to Barclay Stockett, who just finished the Stage 1 course. But up next, it's the defending champion, Team Europe. Leading it off for them will be a 20-year-old from England, Georgia Monroe. Like the rest of her team, she's new to this competition, but she's no stranger to success in her own country.
I live in London. I'm a part-time waitress. I do a bit of coffee making. I also am a professional parkour athlete. Jumping is my thing. I love jumping. So my jumps are my biggest asset.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a kangaroo?
This year's Ninja Warrior UK was my first ever time on the show, and I was last woman standing. To be the first female on Team Europe, the pressure is definitely on. I've just got to prove to everyone that there is a reason for me to be on this team and that I can help Team Europe win.
And there's the rest of Team Europe. From the left, Oliver Edelman, who's from Germany, Katie McDonald, who's also from England, and Javier Cano and Elise Matamoros from Spain.
And there's definitely some pressure for Georgia Monroe having to go first for her team.
She was the top woman competitor in Ninja Warrior UK, and look at her use those strong legs to fly across Archer Alley. Well, she is a parkour expert, and this woman can fly.
But only 5'4", and she's never been on any of these Stage 1 obstacles before.
Trying to top Barclay Stockton, who finished stage 1 minutes ago.
Monroe has a good time going, but this is going to be a test. The double dipper.
Did not have this in Ninja Warrior UK. This is new.
Come on, you got this.
51 feet of track here.
All right, go, 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 go. Perfect. Whoa! No!
Georgia Monroe out on the double dipper. This obstacle so deadly. Remember, we had 27 competitors fall here in the national finals, and Barclay Stockton can do no worse than finishing second in this heat. Team USA will get at least 1 point.
Georgia Monroe does a good job and makes that leap to the second bar. It looked like she had it, but her finger slipped off a little early, and she comes up just short.
But Monroe still has a chance to get 1 point here. It'll depend on what this new Team Australia can do. And you can hear the oi, oi, oi cheers as their first team member hits the start line. This is Jack Wilson. He's an Aboriginal, and like Native Americans in the U.S., his ancestors have lived on the Australian continent for thousands of years, and he's proud to represent his people.
I've got Aboriginal in my blood. I'm one of the Indigenous people. Our people have been walking this earth for 60,000+ years, and they lived off the earth. I've become an ambassador Australia-wide, talking about health and fitness for Indigenous people.
Jack Wilson, the deadly ninja!
Stepping onto a ninja course, if I can change somebody's life just through what I do and what I love, it's amazing. It's special to me, you know, to represent our people.
The deadly ninja is through!
They're warriors, you know, so I believe that I'm a warrior and we need to make our mark.
Wilson will lead it off, and they're the other members of Team Australia: Ashlyn Herbert, Ben Polson, Olivia Vivian, and Bryson Klein.
Hey, they are a fun bunch.
Well, Wilson is an experienced marathon runner, competed in the New York City Marathon.
And he can use that cardio training on stage 1.
Gets the propeller bar. And this is his first time on most of these obstacles, but he's through quickly.
But this is the real test, the double dipper.
This is where Team Europe's Georgia Monroe fell minutes ago. If Wilson gets past it, he'll guarantee 1 point for the Australians.
And that would be big for this first-time team.
And he's got it effortless and right into the jumping spider.
See, that's what happens when you run marathon.
Well, he's guaranteed the Aussies 1 point, and he can get 2 points if he finishes faster than Barclay Stockton. And right now, he's ahead of her pace.
Yeah, and he's slowed down a little bit here on the jumping spider.
But he makes it through. Expended some energy, and those legs looking a bit fatigued. Will that come back to bite him here on tire one?
Done, Jack.
Has plenty of time, more than 2 minutes if he wants to finish faster than Barclay Stockton.
He's stumbling. He's stumbling. Get your balance.
Oh, my. But now it's a 7-foot distance over to that second steering wheel.
Tire run is extremely difficult.
And watch the legs if he makes it to this 5th field, because keep in mind, if you hit it on the backside, you will spin and end up in that water.
It's all about placement. All about...
Saves it. And even he can't believe it. He's got the cardio. We talked about the marathons. Can he get up the warp wall? Yeah. Well, Wilson continues to deliver.
Oh, he's starting to slow down, man. That impact, it was heavy.
Well, lucky for him with that quick start, he's still got over a minute left to beat Stockett's time.
Oh, showing off his balance.
Oh, another near fall. Still twist and fly to go. He's got time, but what we've seen out far, a lot of athletes gas out. And where did they gas out? On the transfer right here onto the cargo net. Their grip fails them.
Well, Matt, and remember, he has endurance for days as a marathoner. Let's go.
There he is. He's got it. And Jack Wilson, despite some close calls, looks like he's going to steal the 2 points.
It's a good night. Awesome.
In their very first time on the course, the Australians get the win and get the 2 points. And Jack Wilson dancing on the platform now. Barclay Stockton ends up in second place, getting 1 point for Team USA, but it's the Aussies and Jack Wilson in the lead.
My ancestors are watching me today. Thank you.
Look at how close he came to falling on tire run. Just barely stayed out of the water and then nearly fell again on the razor beams. But he made it, and he hit his country's first buzzer in this competition.
Let's go down to Christine.
Jack, amazing run out there. You had a great save on tire run. Can you walk me through that?
Okay, that course and that obstacle in particular, my legs were buckling a little, but I had to stay composed. And I come to and I stayed content, and I luckily just pulled it off, yeah.
I noticed you doing a bit of a dance at the top when you hit the buzzer. What was that dance?
Kangaroo is a native animal of Australia. It's on our coat of arms, and that dance is a celebration dance that's used in ceremony and throughout the Australian Indigenous communities, yeah.
Well, you're definitely deserving of a celebration because you got 2 points for Team Australia. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Matt, back to you.
So Wilson's run puts Team Australia on top, while Barclay Stockett puts America in second. But remember, Team USA has Drew Dreshel waiting in the wings, the top competitor from the regular season runs later. But up next, Europe sends out another superstar. A former gymnast from Germany, Oliver Edelman. And Australia hopes to nail down a win with carpenter Ashlyn Herbert. He's up the logo on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world.
Matt, are you home?
Boyd.
I think he's in trouble.
All right, we got it from here.
Just give him what he wants.
Shots fired!
Chicago Fire. New episodes Thursdays at 9:45. Only on AXN.
Remember the exotic dishes? The heart-racing challenges? The dramatic
우리는 일단 모든 게 감사하기 때문에.
and comedic celebrities we love. Catch them survive in the wilderness of their own home. What could possibly go wrong? Law of the Jungle in Wild Korea. Tuesdays at 11 on 1.
Every artist wants it, needs it, can't live without it.
A great song.
An amazing song.
That's why we're here.
Every week, songwriters will play us their best.
We'll collaborate.
Turn songs upside down.
Make songs better.
Watch a hit song created right in front of you.
At the end of every show, we're picking one of their songs
To be one of ours.
Songland. New episodes Mondays at 7:55. Only on AXN.
Show's about to start. We're up to something.
Now.
Dinosaur.
Are you not entertained?
You can kiss me.
Your fingernails.
Ow!
Send the damn helicopters.
Hold on to your butts.
A quick peek of your favorite movies. Every Sunday at 9:45. Only on AXN.
Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior and our USA versus the World special. And after one heat, the surprising new kids, Team Australia, sit at the top of the leaderboard. But now we move on to Heat 2 here on Stage 1, and it's a battle of the youngsters. Australia's going with 24-year-old Ashlyn Flashlyn Herbert, while Team USA has 19-year-old Matisse Kidawati. And leading it off for Team Europe is our first ever competitor from Germany. This is Oliver Edelman. He's a mechanic, but he's also one of his country's top athletes.
I come from Funkstadt. It's a little town close to Frankfurt am Main. And there I started with my acrobatic gymnastics background. I'm a four-time national champion in acrobatic gymnastics. It's a partner sport. I have a girl who's doing handstands on me and flips on me.
Oliver Edelman, Ninja Warrior Germany.
In the first season of Ninja Warrior Germany, I became the last man standing. I'm really proud to be the first German competitor here in the USA. That's really different and it's huge for me.
He's competed on 3 seasons of Ninja Warrior Germany, but hasn't seen most of these obstacles, including the first one, Archer Alley. Bounding through it. Look at him already going. 5'9", 154.
He runs like a gymnast. Whoa, he nearly jumped over the propeller bar.
And he's through the first 2 obstacles with no problem. But this double dipper is so tough, especially if you've never tried it before. Took out his teammate Georgia Monroe earlier.
Matt, this guy's an expert in acrobatic gymnastics, and you can see how comfortable he is. Boom, look at that. Look how comfortable. Oh, no, he's fighting for it. And what an effort. Oh, my goodness. Oh, look at that. He can't even believe it. Look at this. Lands right on the edge, starts to fall off, but fights his way back, and he's able to save it. Whoa.
Now he has to be aware of the time. Jumping spiders next. Tremendous athleticism.
Yeah, not a problem. He's performed at Olympic-level gymnastic events in front of big crowds. He knows how to deal with pressure.
Looks like he's being cautious as he works through these walls, but he is through. And Edelman, the confidence is growing.
You good? You all right?
Gives the thumbs up. And we'll see what Edelman can do here on tire run. Very light on his feet. Smooth transition, and Edelman really seems to be finding a new confidence the deeper he gets on stage 1.
Remember, he's a mechanic. He knows how to make things work, and he's figured out how to get through this course.
But he's got to be careful on this final tire. It's already caused some issues tonight, but he's got it. Edelman rolling through this like he's on the Autobahn, but now the warped wall. And right up it. Made a tremendous save on the double dipper, and now he's only 2 obstacles away from the buzzer. And he's setting the bar for the Australian Ashlyn Herbert and the American Kid Awadi, who will run last in this heat. The balance obstacle, the razor beams.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, save after save. Oliver is lucky.
Oliver Edelman showing so much resilience. And he's a bit shaken up going into the twist and fly. Now, again, as an acro gymnast, expect him to have great body awareness and control.
All right, you can see it. Uh-oh. This twist and fly is kind of crazy, especially if you've never been on it before.
The clock ticking. Needs to get to the second handles. And he's got it. Remember, he's got 2 strong competitors coming up behind him, so just finishing may not be enough to get points. It may come down to the fastest time, and Kid Awadi was so quick when he did this course in the regular season.
Shoot, he's going to finish this, Matt. This is pretty good for his first time on the course. It's not the fastest time, but it puts the pressure on the 2 guys that follow him.
And look at this. He's going to do it. Edelman. Surviving a couple of catastrophic falls, but gets through it and hits the buzzer for Team Europe.
Yeah! He's an acrobat, so he's used to high wire acts, and that's exactly what this was. With the save on the double dipper and another near disaster on the razor beams, I could not believe he made it to the end.
Now it's Team Australia's turn, and they have one of their strongest competitors here in Ashlyn Flashlyn Herbert. He's a carpenter from Melbourne and a star down under, and the Aussies have high hopes for him.
Yeah! I like his style, man. I like that headband. This guy's going to be fun to watch.
Flashlyn is on the course.
Well, you can see why they call him Flashlyn. He's fast.
The last 2 seasons on Australian Ninja Warrior, he had the fastest time in qualifying, and he's already through the first 2 obstacles. Trying to finish faster than Oliver Edelman's time of 2 minutes, 49 seconds.
This will be his first time trying the double dipper. It's intimidating looking down at that track. All right, get it. Get on top. Whoa! Okay.
Jumping spider. Flashlyn is really starting to flash here. Ninja Warrior has really taken off in Australia. It's one of the most popular shows down under, and Herbert is one of their biggest stars.
But he's struggling a little getting through the jumping spider. He's 5'10", and he looks a little awkward.
But makes it through.
These Australians are impressive.
But now Flashlyn facing tire run.
Let's see that speed.
And he's much faster to this point than Edelman. Just needs to avoid a fall.
Listen to this crowd love him.
Watch this with a little spin. Great recovery there by Herbert. And going right into the wall, just over a minute 15 to this point. Well ahead of Team Europe's pace. But keep in mind, Kitawati had the third fastest time on stage 1 in the regular season, and he'll run next. 2 more obstacles to go. Now it's the razor beams. Flashman is really moving. These Aussies have come to play.
He's way ahead of Europe's time. Just needs twist and fly.
But this obstacle can eat up a lot of time, particularly on the transfer to the cargo net. Flashman's gonna need a high mount here. You get low on that cargo net, and that will cost you a lot of seconds and give the kid the gap he needs.
There it is.
Well, he's going to be faster than Europe. The question is, will it be enough to hold up the kid in Team USA?
That's an impressive run.
And Flashman has put Team Australia ahead of Team Europe, and they're now guaranteed to get at least 1 point in this round.
Man, his hair was flying all throughout this run. Had a little trouble exiting tire run, but after that, the Carpenter nailed it and hammered home his team's second buzzer of the night.
So now the Americans' hopes are riding on the teenager Kitawati. He finished stage 1 in a minute 44 in the regular season, but can he go that fast while wearing the red, white, and blue? We'll see him next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world.
The point of Songland is that unknown writers come on the show and walk away as professional songwriters.
You're one of us. You're totally one of us.
Oh my God. A new season that will change lives.
It's undeniable. You have a future.
Songland has made so many dreams come true.
One song at a time.
And there are so many more to come.
I'm telling you, what happens here is magic.
Songland. New episodes, Mondays at 7:55. Only on
Arm rubber in progress.
Team are en route.
Close the car properly.
Oh my God, this chill.
Oops. Stop it. I know you're only doing this to annoy me, you know?
Bruv, I'm chasing criminals.
Sometimes you act like a pair of petulant little
Aren't you a drama?
After you, man.
Thanks.
Bulletproof. New episodes, Fridays at 9:45. Only on AXN. There's a new breed of terror.
Worst outbreak in years, where the air itself will be trying to kill you.
And the world has gone on total lockdown.
Where is everybody?
Including them.
Go home. Scoop.
If they're doing their part, keeping their distance, and taking a break.
Come on, Internet.
So should you.
So help us, please.
So stay home and stay connected with your favorite shows on AXN.
I'll make popcorn.
Stay safe. Tuesday, NCISLA is on a hunt for a stolen weapon of mass destruction.
Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior, where we're just off the famous Las Vegas Strip for the Olympics of Ninja, our annual USA versus the World competition. And so far, this team from Australia has been the big surprise. They've hit 2 buzzers on stage 1, including Ashlyn Flashman Herbert, who finished just minutes ago.
Yeah, Matt, but here comes Team USA.
And they're sending out their youngest member, Matisse Kitawati. It's a lot of pressure for this 19-year-old who's a student at the University of Houston, but he's lived up to the hype in his young ninja career. And he's got it!
Being on Team USA my rookie year is one of the craziest feelings to me.
The kid is the man!
You know, I'm 19, this is my first season ever. I was like humbled to make it to Vegas, and like now I got picked for Team USA, so it's just crazy. I was originally born in France. I moved to the States when I was 6 years old, and it's gonna be kind of weird competing against Team Europe. I kind of have like love for both countries, of course, but I'm part of Team USA, so I get to represent USA and take the trophy home.
Running third, Awadi knows exactly what he has to do. If he finishes faster than Europe's Oliver Edelman, he'll get 1 point. And if he can do better than Australia's Ashlyn Herbert, he'll get 2 points for Team USA.
And the kid was almost 25 seconds faster than the regular season. But I can tell you, as an athlete, there's a different kind of pressure when you're part of a team. This is a big test for Kid Awadi. But the kid can move, and he's going. Wow! Oh, a seamless transition. He's in his own lane. He knows what he's capable of doing. Now the double dipper. Awadi's 6'2", taller than most of the other competitors. Perfect! Oh, his knee's buckled, but he's not slowing down. Oh, my! Look at this. He's not looking to beat Flashman's time. He's looking to annihilate it. Not even taking a break. He doesn't get tired. He's a teenager. This is what I love about the kid. Don't change your game up. Do what you do, and that is move and move fast. And you know the crazy thing about Kid Awadi? He's not even done growing. He's still getting stronger. Oh, my. He's just having fun. He was just having fun. Still under a minute to this point. He's being aggressive. He's using that 6'2" frame, and he's actually looking to post a faster time than he did in the regular season. And just destroys the razor beams. My goodness, man. Jake Murray had the fastest finish in the regular season at 1 minute 36 seconds. The kid's got a chance to beat that, but the cargo net can't eat up a lot of time. Oh, nearly a disaster right there, but he makes it. Awadi doesn't let the pressure get to him, and he's going to get the win for Team USA. Yes! Season. The kid is the man on stage one, giving USA 2 points. All three athletes finished, but the kid is the fastest by more than 40 seconds. The kid threw caution to the wind and just went for it. He stumbled on the double dipper and nearly tripped coming off tire run, and then had to make a one-handed save on the cargo net. But none of it slowed him down, and he gets 2 points for Team USA. Let's go down to Christine.
Matisse, congratulations. That was an amazing performance. You were 42 seconds faster than Australia, so you officially won this heat. You also posted the fastest time we've seen, even in the regular season on stage one. What does that mean to you?
It means everything. That was awesome. I really, I wanted to test myself, and I'm glad I got to. And to know that I'm able to do that just means that all my training's been paying off. I'm super proud to be able to represent Team USA.
We're super proud to have you. Matisse, congratulations. Good job.
Thank you, Christine.
So that moves Team USA into a 3-3 tie with Australia, while Europe has yet to score. Up next, the action moves to the even tougher Stage 2 course. Oh! What? Which features our very first underwater obstacle, the water walls. Hold your breath. Najee Richardson struggled here in the regular season. Catch your breath, go! Go, man! Can he get through it tonight? He's up next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the World. Welcome back to our USA versus the World competition. And after 2 heats on stage 1, the Americans are tied with the Australians. But now we move on to stage 2, which is even more challenging and features an underwater obstacle. That's right, Matt. It's the water walls. The first underwater obstacle in our history. These ninjas are going to have to swim 40 feet and lift 3 heavy doors. It's unlike any other obstacle. Here's who we'll see in this first heat. The Australians will send out their youngest team member, 20-year-old Bryson Klein, while the Europeans go with veteran climber Javier Cano. But leading it off will be the Phoenix, Team USA's Najee Richardson. Here he comes now, the pride of Philadelphia. In 4 seasons competing, this former gymnast has become one of the biggest ninja stars. He's got a score to settle here on stage 2.
Competing here tonight on stage 2 is going to be bittersweet because I get that opportunity to defeat a nemesis. Last season, I had enough time finish the water walls.
Coming up on 50 seconds. Come on, Najee, you can do this.
But unfortunately, I actually had an asthma attack.
Oh, and he looks exhausted now.
It was something I had been worrying about from the very beginning.
Go, 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 go! 1! Oh!
Unfortunately, I just didn't have it in stage 2 to get the job done. So tonight is all about redemption and not panicking. USA versus the world is very much about a team aspect, and I have my teammates telling me, hey man, have a good time, just go out and do your thing.
Yes!
I just want to go crush a buzzer.
Fly, Phoenix, fly!
Yeah, and breathing is a real concern for him in this Las Vegas desert heat.
Well, he's got his parents in the stands. They came out from Philly, and as always, a huge group of Najee supporters anywhere you go. First obstacle is epic catch and release, and Najee locks it in. Tremendously powerful start for the Phoenix. Now needs to unhook this bar and swing to the platform.
He's a former gymnast. He knows how to fly through the air.
And so effortless. Now onto the crisscross salmon ladder.
And Matt, he is an expert on the salmon ladder. He can do some crazy, freakish things here.
No need to get crazy, though. This is about survival. Well, he can do it in style, though. Najee Richardson has the power.
He's showing off a little bit of that American flair.
Wow. And he's through and moving on to deja vu. This was one of the most difficult obstacles in the regular season. Took out some greats like Daniel Gill. Needs to unhook that bar and swing it underneath.
Nice.
Now needs to reach over to that other bar just like that.
And you got to be very cautious, too. This is a real finicky obstacle.
Got to unhook the bar and swing over to the landing area. And the gymnast sticks it. He's through 3 obstacles, now facing the 4th. This big jump to land on the swing surfer. And a good leap there. This Phoenix is flying. Now needs one more jump over to the rope. He's got it. And now can climb over to take on Wingnut Alley. It was the difference maker in the regular season. Only 3 people got past it. Najee, Drew Dreschel, and that man right there, the Paper Ninja, Sean Bryan. And you can see Najee there checking his pulse.
Yeah, what he's doing is he's trying to control his breathing because of the asthma.
But can't take too long. We'll need a good enough time to hold up Europe's Javier Cano and Australia's Bryson Klein, who are up next in this heat. Najee, though, definitely wants to be ready for Wingnut Alley. But this is his wheelhouse. Each of these 3 lachés, 11 feet. We've seen him go 19 feet in our skills challenge.
It can be so hard to get that first swing going, but he's got it. And once he gets going, his flight pattern is yes.
The Phoenix is flying here in Vegas.
And you see how he gets his legs up like that to stop all that extra swinging?
He's got such good body control. The elite gymnast locks that handle, rotates it, going for the dismount.
He wants another shot at the water walls.
Nice! And this is where Najee wanted to be.
It's so difficult just to get to this point on stage 2.
But now the real challenge. When he's out of breath, the guy with asthma has to face an underwater obstacle.
All right, putting them goggles on. He's getting ready to go at it.
His mom's got to be worried, knowing his past asthma struggles. Well, it's 40 feet across the water, has to swim through 3 heavy doors. And Najee calmly entering the water. Here we go. 50 pounds.
Slide that door.
Perfect.
Nice. Get your breath, get your air.
That regular season experience is really paying off for Najee.
This is all about lung capacity and strength in the water.
But this is where he ran out of breath in the regular season as he went for that final door.
And this is crazy, man. Not only do you have the added weight of the weighted door, but you also have the resistance.
He's fighting through it this time, taking a deep breath. And he gets that final door. He's going to do it.
He's got a breath for Team USA, man.
Hitting that buzzer.
That's got to feel good.
It's got to feel great. He not only conquered stage 2, he conquered his asthma.
Najee flew through the first part of the course so he would have time for these water walls, which took him out in the regular season. And he controlled his breathing, didn't let his asthma slow him down this time, and he hits the buzzer for Team USA.
And Najee getting some well-deserved hugs from his teammate. Stage 2, always tough to beat, but Najee finished and finished fast. He set the bar high for these next 2 competitors. Coming up, two top climbers. Europe's Javier Cano and Team Australia's youngest member, 20-year-old Bryson Klein.
This kid knows what he's doing.
On American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world.
And I was like, oh yes, this is awesome. Like one day I'm gonna compete on that. And then Australian Ninja Warrior came out.
Absolutely incredible. And what a time. Holy smoke.
It's really cool having grown up watching all these amazing ninjas. Now I get a chance not only to meet them, but to be able to beat them at their own game.
Klein's dad is back in Australia, but Bryson's girlfriend Merla made the almost 8,000-mile trip to be here. She's leading Aussie cheers on the sideline. Tremendous upper body strength. Locked in. Good start for Bryson Klein.
Matt, Bryson Klein, 20 years old, 160 pounds. This guy's been climbing for as long as he can remember.
He is confident out here, and he wants to show what the Aussies can do. Steps over to take on the crisscross salmon ladder. Bryson Klein is like Team USA's Kid Owati. He's young, but grew up planning to compete on Ninja Warrior, and now getting his first shot in the spotlight.
Matt, this is a big-time dream for Bryson Klein. He's been watching American Ninja Warrior since he was a little kid. He's seen every episode.
And now at 20 years of age, he's out here on this worldwide platform, and he has put together a tremendous run. Now has to jump back to the other side.
He better get the males. He better get the males.
A little uneven. Only has one side up, but that's okay. He can move on. He gets through the salmon ladder and now faces deja vu. This obstacle took out Team Europe's Javier Cano just a moment ago. If Klein can get past it, he'll guarantee at least 1 point for Team Australia. But we've seen deja vu is such a technical obstacle. Does Klein have the skills to get through it?
And here's the crazy thing. 9 years ago, he was introduced to circus training, so this kind of falls into his wheelhouse.
And he got it in.
Look at a circus trick.
Now needs to grab that second bar to swing to safety. And a good job positioning that bar.
Check him out. He's so calm out there, Matt.
And no problem. And with that, he's earned at least 1 point for Team Australia. Now he's going to go for more. Now the 5'10" Klein has to make this 13-foot jump on the swing surfer. He's never faced this obstacle before. Long leap. Bryson Klein, what a revelation this 20-year-old is.
We've already seen this out of the kid, Vietsub. We know those young guys, they can go. Matt, he's putting pressure on Team USA. He's having a good day, mate.
And the Australians' confidence is growing. This would be a surprise if the 20-year-old could edge out Najee Richardson. Has about 1:20 left with 2 obstacles to go, but the wingnuts can be so difficult. Bryson Klein has a shot at stealing this heat here on stage 2.
If he can fly through Wingnut Alley fast, he might have a shot.
Oh, barely held that grip. And we're down to about a minute as he's on the midpoint here, Wingnut Alley. Oh, what a save!
He's picking up the pace back.
Under a minute left.
Oh, he's going all over the place now. He better dismount now.
He's got it! And now we're going to see that lung capacity. It's a race. Goes right into the water without goggles.
He's Australian. I guess they don't wear goggles down there.
20 years of age. This is unthinkable.
Oh, my. That's a heavy wall. That's 100 pounds.
And Team Australia, their first time in this global competition, and this 20-year-old is showing they're here to play. One more door.
Uh-oh, he's trying to catch his breath.
Bryson Klein, 15
This is going to be a close one. This is going to be a close one.
Oh, my! He's done it! Oh! Bow down to the Australian. He just bested Najee Richardson and got the 2 points. Unbelievable. This 20-year-old beats one of the best. And that pushes Team Australia into the lead.
Bryson Amazing climb, conquered all these tough obstacles on stage 2, and then jumped into the water walls like it was Bondi Beach and swam through to finish 9 seconds faster than Najee.
So this is not what we were expecting. The new kids, the Australians, are back in the lead ahead of Team USA, while the defending champions, Team Europe, has yet to get on the board. Still to come, the Americans will count on 2 of their best to get back on top. As Flex Lebrec, she is a Lebrec house, and Drew Dressel try to lift Team USA. The real-life ninja has done it!
This year, we're taking the trophy back to the States.
Plus, she's a former Olympic gymnast, but she's become an even bigger hero as a ninja.
This is for history.
Yes, she's got it!
Australia's fun-loving Olivia Vivian is up next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to Las Vegas for our annual USA versus the World special on American Ninja Warrior. And this competition has been a big surprise so far. The new team, the Australians, are on top of the leaderboard ahead of Team USA. And the defending champions, Team Europe, have yet to earn a point. As we move on to the second heat on stage 2, Team Europe will go with Spanish rock climber Iris Matamoros. Jessie Lebrec will be flexing for Team USA. And kicking it off will be Team Australia's only female competitor, Olivia Vivian. This woman is a star athlete down under. She was part of the Australian Olympic team in gymnastics and is the Casey Catanzaro of Australia, the first woman to make it up the Warped Wall.
You know, Matt, Olivia Vivian is the heart of this Australian team. She keeps them loose out there.
Yes. And she's got her biggest fan there, second from the left, her boyfriend and teammate, Ben Polson. We'll see him on stage 3. 5'6", 122 pounds with years of gymnastics experience. And locks it in.
And U.S. gymnastic fans may remember her. She competed in college at Oregon State and was an All-American on the uneven bars.
But struggling to get the second pipe out, now gets it. Oh, Vivian having a little trouble with momentum here.
But I love the fact that she was able to make the adjustment to the front of the bar.
Oh, no! The gymnast can't generate momentum, and Olivia Vivian a shocking early exit.
Wow, man, I didn't see that one coming.
We were expecting big things from her, and that could very well cost Team Australia.
This was Olivia Vivian's first time on this obstacle, and she had trouble generating momentum. She went up, but not out, and came up just short on the landing pad.
Still gets a hug from her boyfriend, Ben, but Olivia Vivian has to be disappointed. The door is open now for Team Europe. They only have to complete one obstacle to get a point, and they're sending up Spanish rock climber Iris Matamoros, a PE teacher and our oldest competitor at 37.
Lo máximo que he conseguido como escalador.
The highest goal I achieved as a climber was winning a competition in the Bouldering World Cup of Spain. But I haven't been competing in the past few years because I've been spending a lot of time with my son, Unai. My son, even though he's very young, he's very active. And since he's always with us, he's always seeing me and my wife climb. And so he climbs. He's even come to watch me compete on Ninja Warrior. My son has made me realize there's more important things in the sports I do. And tonight, I'm going to make him proud.
Well, his wife and son back in Spain tonight, hoping Dad can represent. 5'11", 154 pounds. Good power. Oh, misses though.
This obstacle is causing a lot of problems.
And misses again. Finally locks it in. And remember, he just has to complete this first obstacle to be guaranteed a point.
But he's moving to the front of the bar. That's going to make it harder to unlock it.
And he's having trouble releasing it. This is shocking.
Oh, boy, he is sapping out his energy.
What I'm really seeing here is technically Matamoros just doesn't seem to have the right approach starting on this first obstacle.
It's his first time on catch and release. He doesn't have good technique.
But now he's through, so Team Europe will earn at least 1 point. And that earns a little smile. Now Matamoros can go for 2 points and try to finish this course. This could be the spark to get Team Europe back on track. Now facing the crisscross salmon ladder. Got to jump the bar back and forth all the way to the top.
He's a top rock climber in Europe. He should be able to handle this one.
Got the transition.
Well, he's trying to kick into overdrive using some of that old man dad strength.
He's 37, teaches high school PE back in Spain, and this stage 2 course is going to test his physical fitness tonight. And makes it back across. Matamoros is slowly working his way through the salmon ladder. Got it. And Matamoros is moving on. He's giving the Europeans something to get excited about as he now takes on this difficult third obstacle, deja vu.
Oh boy, and this is another obstacle he has never faced before.
And he's going at this a little differently. He's leaving his feet up as he climbs down backwards. This is an untraditional approach. Ooh, but Matamoros makes it, and he's looking impressive.
I got to give big credit to Matamoros. He is taking a smart approach to this course. He's not rushing it. He's figuring out these obstacles.
5'11", 154, but this is where his European teammate Javier Cano went out. Couple extra swings. But he's through, and Enrique Matamoros is giving new life to Team Europe. And the crowd getting behind him. But now this big jump, 13 feet across on the swing surfer. And a good lead.
Ooh, he's still got some hops in those 37-year-old legs.
Ooh, he grabs the rope. He's now through 4 obstacles. Matamoros staying alive. He's not taking a fast approach, but every obstacle he completes puts more pressure on Flex Lebret, who runs next. Now hopping down to take on Wingnut Alley. He's really delivered for his team when they needed it. And no matter what, his 2-year-old son recalls his little ninja. Gotta be proud of Daddy out here.
But Wingnut Alley is taking out some of the best ninjas ever. This is going to be a test for him.
Here we go. Has to swing side to side across those 3 wingnuts.
He's already given his team a mental lift. And if he can get 2 points, that would be huge for Team Europe.
Matamoros coming along. Ooh, and the grip gives out. Wingnut Alley taking out Matamoros, but he got Team Europe at least 1 point and perhaps more than that.
He had never seen any of these obstacles, but he found a way to get through, made it all the way to the wingnuts where he made the leap, but couldn't quite hang on.
But he has put the pressure on Flex Lebret. She's going to have to go very far on stage 2 to win this heat for Team USA. And we'll see her run when we come back on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to Las Vegas and American Ninja Warriors USA versus the world special. Spain's Enrique Matamoros just made it to the wingnuts, earning his team at least 1 point. And it could be 2, depending on our next athlete, Team USA's Jessie Flex Lebret. The gym manager from Chicago is trying to get the Americans back in front, but to do it, she'll need a huge run here on stage 2.
The only woman to complete stage 2 was Jessie Breck.
Yes! She hits the buzzer! The first woman ever to do so!
She's the only woman to have done that, and so I would love to follow in her footsteps and finish stage 2 as well.
Got it! She's ready. She's ready, Matt.
I don't think my approach would be any different. I think I'm going to attack it, maybe even a little bit harder, just because I really want to get some points for my team.
This is asking a lot out of Flex. She'll need one of the best runs ever among women to win this heat.
But she'll have her boyfriend Chris DeGangi cheering her on, along with the very anxious Team USA.
You got this, Flex! 1, 2, go!
Flex Lebret, and watch the power here on the start. Can lock it in. So strong.
Great move, 5'7", 134 pounds, ramming that catch and release.
And what we've seen is how quickly, in just 3 seasons on Ninja Warrior, she's become one of the top women. Choke into release. twist.
All right, gotta get up to the front.
Slide to the edge of the bar.
And then generate enough power so you don't miss the mat.
That's what happened to Australia's Olivia Vivian, but not Flex. So she's gone farther than Vivian, which means Team USA's guaranteed at least 1 point. Now Flex can set her sights on going farther than Team Europe. She'll have to get past the swing surfer faster than Matamoros or get through the wing nuts. Now up onto the crisscross salmon ladder.
And she's going with the reverse approach. We've seen other ninjas do this, and they feel like it gives them better control. Nice.
Great transfer. What power out of Flex.
And this crisscross salmon ladder, it's not easy, but you can tell she's efficient, very efficient.
A 2.5-foot gap, and Flex makes it look easy. Such tremendous power in that entire body.
Right, she's going to need it. That back swing and that swing is
skips a run. Oh, my. And now she's on to Deja Vu. Flex was a track star at the University of Being, still holds 11 school records there, but she's a ninja star now.
But this is a tough move. This swing underneath.
Ooh, perfect placement there on that ankle ball.
And not only that, perfect temperament as well. She didn't freak out.
Well, as we mentioned, Jessie Graff, the only woman ever to hit a stage 2 buzzer. She did that 2 seasons ago in this international competition. And didn't get a lot of momentum there, didn't get back far enough.
All right, she can figure it out.
Now that anchor bar is locked in, though, giving her good security to build up momentum.
She's got to get off.
Yes!
Nice. Okay, LeBron.
Well, she's through 3 obstacles now on the swing surfer.
And she was a high jumper in college. She can use that explosiveness here.
Well, right now, she's a little behind Team Europe's pace.
Okay, Jessie, let me see them boosties. Come on.
Woo! Good leap! One more jump, about 12 feet here. Yes! But she's still behind Matamoros, which means she'll have to complete the wing nuts to win the heat.
Yeah, look at her. She looks like she's in pain.
You're doing great, Jessie!
She's grabbing her back. She might have hurt it on the swing surfer.
She jumps down, but her time is just behind Matamoros, so the only way she can beat Team Europe is if she completes Wingnut Alley. Her boyfriend, Chris DeGanti, giving her some tips because the wingnuts are so brutal. Only 3 athletes conquered these in the regular season.
You got this, Flex!
How amazing would it be for Jessie Lebrecht to get through this obstacle? Now, you got to get those hips going side to side. This is where she's really going to have to fly.
All right, come
this
on.
first machine, 12 feet.
All right, come on, Jessie. 12 feet, you can do this. This is a course that was built in America and built strictly.
Yes! No woman has ever even faced the wingnuts on stage 2, let alone beat them. We thought she might be injured, but Flex Lebrecht fighting through it for her country.
Well, she's got to be efficient with those swings. Nice. Come on, Jessie.
She's going for the dismount here. This would win the heat for Team USA.
She's trying to peel off. Come on, hold on. Fight for your life. Fight for your country.
Yes! The great Jessie Lebrecht. She got the 2 points for Team USA, but she's not done. She's going to try to be the second woman ever to hit a stage 2 buzzer.
Man, she ain't even stopping to rest. Goggles on, she's going in.
What does Flex have left in the tank?
She's going right to it. Here we go.
50 pounds on this door. Look at the power. She is flexing. She was grabbing her back. We thought she might be done, but she has found another.
And you can hear the crowd screaming.
Oh, my. Look at how easy she's moving those doors.
She's an aqua ninja, man.
And here we go. The final one, the safe. And look at the lung capacity.
Dig deep. Dig deep.
Jessie Lebrecht doing what only Jessie Graff has done. Hitting a buzzer on stage 2. Yes! Are you kidding me? USA! USA! Oh, wow. What a performance Jessie Lebrecht delivered.
You know, after the swing surfer, she looked like she might have tweaked her back, but she fought through it and became became the first woman to conquer the wing nuts, and then became the first woman to try the water walls, and of course, she crushed it.
For more from Flex, let's go down to Christine.
Jessie, congratulations hitting a buzzer on stage 2. You're actually the first woman to do that since Jessie Grafton. How great does that feel?
It feels amazing. I am so happy. I took it one obstacle at a time, and it was super fun.
I know that you were really nervous going in about Wingnut Alley. That was amazing. How were you able to get through?
I just really tried to control my swing and throw as hard as I could, so that way I kind of had a good grab and I could really slowly let it down.
Congrats, Jessie. Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Guys.
And that heroic effort by Flex Labreck jumps Team USA back into the lead. They're up 6-5 with Team Europe getting on the board with their first point. But they're going to have to win the next 2 heats to stay alive. Coming up, the action moves on to stage 3.
Oh my goodness, rejected.
The course so difficult, only a handful of athletes have ever conquered it. Oh my. We'll see it next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. To American Ninja Warrior and our USA versus the world special. Thanks to the finish of Jessie Flex Labreck on stage 2 minutes ago, Team USA has gone back into the lead with 6 points, just ahead of Australia, with the defending champions Team Europe with only 1 point so far.
And Matt, they've got to turn it on. If they don't win this next heat, they will be mathematically eliminated.
And the action is now moving to the intimidating stage 3 course. 8 brutal upper body obstacles, all of them challenging, all with the potential to take out even the most experienced ninjas. Now, only a handful of athletes have ever made it through this stage 3 course. Here's who'll be trying to get through it tonight. Australia will go with the biggest athlete in this entire competition, 6'4" and 187-pound Ben Poulsen. Team Europe will send out one of their new faces, London stunt woman Katie McDonald. And for Team USA, it's their captain, Drew Dreschel. The Connecticut gym owner went farther than anyone in the regular season of American Ninja Warrior.
First up, the floating boards.
And here's the situation. If Team USA and Team Australia get the points in this heat, they'll eliminate Europe. So we'll go directly to stage 4. No need for another heat on stage 3.
Look at this. He's through the floating board in about 12 seconds.
Well, he's got some of the kids he coaches back in Connecticut here tonight rooting him on. Now facing this new obstacle called On Guard. This is such a technical obstacle. You have to control the bar. You see it start out wide. The truss, 3 feet. There's a 2.5-foot gap. But the width goes from 38 inches to 28 inches. Look at him going tippy toes.
Yeah, he's scooting it up so he can just make one move.
And I like that. That's such a mature approach.
Well, because he wants to avoid all the extra movement, be as efficient as possible.
But now you have to expand it.
Whoa, nice. Matt, that's a hard maneuver to be able to do that in the middle of the air. On guard.
Needs the dismount. And no problem.
Drew Dreschel has more experience on stage 3 than any of the others. A good run here will really put the pressure on Poulsen and McDonald, who will come right after.
And Team Europe must win to stay alive. Dreschel now onto the crazy clocks. He's got to jump up and move those clock handles around. No problem on the first one. Now has to transition to the second.
Nice. That takes a lot of strength.
The second one on an incline. Boom! He's through. But this is where he went out in the regular season. The ultimate cliffhanger.
He made it all the way to the end, but on the final jump back, he couldn't grab onto the ledge. You know he'd love to finish it tonight.
Come on, Drew!
2 seasons ago, Drew Dreschel finished stage 3 to win it for Team USA. Would love to hit another buzzer tonight.
Ooh, okay. Wow. He's got some speed on him.
Oh, look at that long reach, that crossover grip.
Little foot step. Watch yourself.
Now this first jump back to the other side, it's 6 feet.
Got it.
Dreschel making good progress. What I love is the efficiency when he's on the obstacle.
Ooh. All right, Matt, this is where he went out, the final transfer.
Got it! He gets his revenge, and now he's through the ultimate cliffhanger. But now it's this 33-foot monster, the curved body pop. Got to jam your hands and feet in and carefully scoot your way across. And you go out down about 5 feet, up 15 feet. This is exhausting. The key is to keep moving.
And the further he goes, the more pressure mounts on Australia and Europe. It's going to take a big run to top this. This is where the real test starts to happen. You have to make sure your feet and your hands are perfectly aligned.
Only a few more feet to go. And look at that, he's pulling one hand out and shaking out his arms. You have to have so much confidence to try a move like that. And now calmly reaches up to the bar. He's through the body prop. Look at that. This crowd is feeling it. But now facing another seemingly impossible obstacle, the peg cloud. Has to work his way across by putting the pegs in and out of those boxes.
There's no easy way to do this. We've seen people use arms, legs, and tie themselves up in knots. Any means necessary to get to the other side.
And he's going arms only.
That takes a lot of upper body strength.
Dressel's 5'9", 165 pounds. And what I love is just this control he has. One more move. Look at him going inverted.
Okay, Judah.
This crowd sensing another finish for Team USA. So far, everyone on the team has hit the buzzer. Can Drew do it as well? But facing Kane Lane next.
Look at him adjusting his earbuds like he's got nothing else going on.
Well, he needs to concentrate. Kane Lane was a killer in the regular season. Has to hop that metal cane down the track with that big jump in the middle. You can see him having to slide around those obstacles. And what great control.
But this is the tricky part. Has to fly the cane over to the other side. My goodness, look at that.
Now trying to get that ascent, and what body control he has. The grip.
That's a hell of a save.
Dressel fighting. Come on. How did he save that? But now a long reach to the...
My goodness.
Drew Dressel made it all the way to the 7th obstacle. Kane Lane, he set the bar high for the others in this heat. It's going to be tough for them to go farther than that.
Well, he was able to get some revenge on the ultimate cliffhanger. Look at the fingertip strength. But Kane Lane just gassed him out, made a great save after the big jump, but his fingers started slipping. He fought it as best as he could, but the grip finally gave out.
Coming up, Aussie DJ Ben Paulson can rock the house. Now Big Ben will try to jump the Australians back in front of the Americans. And Katie McDonald can fly through the streets of London. Can she keep Team Europe's hopes alive? They're just ahead on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to Las Vegas and American Ninja Warriors USA versus the world. Our annual competition between the world's best ninja athletes. Drew Dressel just turned in another strong run for Team USA. They remain in the lead, but the defending champions, Team Europe, are fighting for their life. They must win this heat on stage 3 or they're eliminated. But up first, it's Team Australia, and they've got something big. Running for them is Ben Paulson, 6'4" and 187 pounds, and he's got style. The high socks, the New Balance shoes.
Wow, that is so 1980.
This guy is loaded with personality.
Back at home in Perth, I spent a lot of my time DJing at clubs and making music. I make my own music under the name Lacuno. It's really energetic, kind of that festival vibes, you know, gets people dancing and bopping. And that's what I like to do.
When I'm not DJing, most of the time, I'm just hanging out and training with my girlfriend Olivia, who's also on Team Australia.
Not only do we support each other, but we bounce off each other really well to reach our peaks.
To be part of such an amazing team and have my partner alongside me as well, I mean, this is incredible. I'm super excited to get out there and crush that course.
And there's Olivia, the former Olympian. We saw her on stage 2 earlier. And listen to this crowd chanting Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. That's their version of USA, USA. To win this heat, he has to complete Kane Lane or get past the peg cloud faster than Drew Dressel.
Well, look at Daddy Longleg on the course.
Wow, this is going to be a big ask for this big boy.
But he can use his long reach to his advantage.
He's able to just step around that last board.
You know what it is, it's those fresh white shoes.
I love it. This guy is an entertainer, and he's getting the crowd hyped up. And now has to reach up to grab this expanding bar for on guard.
And he's 187 pounds. That's a lot to jump across these gaps.
You have to push the bar together in mid-air. Ooh, good control. Okay, big fella. And now he'll have to expand the bar in mid-air to make it larger to fit in this next track. Going for the dismount.
With those long legs, he can almost step over.
He's got it.
And just the shoulder off, okay? With a little Aussie swag. I see you.
They are loose, fun bunks, these Australians.
That's Olivia rocking out.
Their first season in this competition. And Team Australia is trying to be one of the final two teams, but Big Ben's now facing the crazy clocks.
Look at this. Everyone else has to jump up to those clock handles. Big Ben just grabs them.
Ben Paulson surprisingly strong here on stage 3 and makes it to the second clock. Well, this DJ is finding his rhythm.
I didn't really think he was built for stage 3, but he moves well for a big guy.
Needs to make this 6-foot dismount. And he is through. And Team Europe's Katie McDonald has to be feeling the pressure. She's going to have to top whatever Ben Paulson does in this run and Drew Dreschel, who fell on Kane Lane. Now Paulson stepping up to take on the ultimate cliffhanger. And at 187 pounds, we've never seen anybody this heavy ever make it through this obstacle.
Just think about it. Those ledges are only 2 inches deep. That's a lot of weight to carry across on your fingertips.
But Paulson looking good. Long reach, though, at 6'4". Oh, those fingertips look extended.
That'll look good.
And this is where he's got to jump to the other side.
With his wingspan, he can almost reach over.
Ooh, okay. Oh, but those arms are straightening. He's in trouble. Oh! Ben Paulson had a solid effort, makes it to the 4th obstacle. We'll see if that's good enough to get Team Australia into the final 2.
Despite his size, he was looking nimble through his first few obstacles. On the ultimate cliffhanger, he makes the jump over, but you could see it in his face. He just didn't have anything left as he reached for the next ledge.
But that earns him a hug from girlfriend and teammate Olivia. And now Australia's in good shape to join the Americans as the final 2 teams. But it all comes down to Team Europe's Katie McDonald. She's a stunt woman and a free runner who's one of the top women competitors on Ninja Warrior UK. This is a pressure situation, but McDonald is impressive.
I'm from London, and London is a really iconic city for free running. Free runners from all over the world will travel to London specifically to train at the spots that we have there. Being a professional free runner, I sometimes am able to get involved with stunt work, so I've been fortunate enough to work on big commercial campaigns both nationally and globally. I'm actually working at the moment on a big project with Jessie Graff.
Look at the technique then, just fantastic!
As a free runner, I'm quite used to adapting quite well to different obstacles because our gym essentially is the world.
Beat that wall, beat that wall, beat that wall, yes!
I just really hope that I go out there and show what I can do.
This is a big ask for McDonald.
Look at her. She's staying loose, not letting the pressure get to her.
And the crowd is rallying behind her. She'll have to beat Drew Dressel's time through the peg cloud or get through Kane Lane. Otherwise, Team Europe will be eliminated.
She would be a real hero for Team Europe.
First challenge for her is the floating boards and a great pincher technique. Tremendous use of that lower body out there.
That's right. That's a great use of it.
McDonald's 5'7", decent size, but this obstacle can be so awkward.
She's not a rock climber. She's a free runner. She's struggling.
She's never faced this obstacle before in Ninja Warrior UK. Losing that traction, and you saw how quickly she had to switch techniques. That does not bode well for McDonald. But she is fighting through this. And the crowd appreciating the effort effort she's putting into this.
Using up a lot of time and energy, but she's not going out without a fight.
And she's through. What an effort by Katie McDonald, and look at the smile.
Man, she's already feeling it in her arms, but she's still smiling and still fighting, ready to take on obstacle 2.
But this is where the agility should come into play on guard. Needs to get that bar down the 3-foot track.
And Matt, did you see her face? Oh, I think she's in trouble.
Shaking her head. I think she has nothing left. Oh! She gave it her best shot, but McDonald comes up short, and that means the defending champs, Team Europe, have been eliminated. So now the final teams are locked in. Team Australia is moving on in their first season of competition. They're going to stage 4 to take on Team USA.
I think this is the matchup these fans wanted to see.
The stage is set. We're moving to stage 4. USA versus Australia. A climb-up with the title on the line. But now these two teams have a big decision to make. Who will represent them with their national pride at stake? It's going to be a race to the title on American Ninja Warrior, USA versus the world. Welcome back to Las Vegas and American Ninja Warrior. We're down to the final event in our annual USA versus the world competition. So it all comes down to this, a showdown on stage 4 with global bragging rights on the line.
And Matt, we've had some thrilling finishes in the past few years on this ginormous 80-foot tower.
And Travis Rose is up.
The first time we went to stage 4 in any American Ninja Warrior competition was 4 seasons ago, when Team USA's Travis Rosen climbed the tower.
He did it!
But minutes later, Team Europe's Sean McCall was a heartbeat faster.
He beat Rosen by just 0.3 of a second.
Then, last season, it was another thriller.
50 feet, 30 more to go!
Sean McCall was back for a year, and he just edged out Team USA's Sean Bryan in a side-by-side race by less than a second.
And brings home the title for Team Europe. So Team USA is 0 for 2 in these stage 4 showdowns, but they've decided to go with their captain, Drew Dressel, to climb the rope tonight, while Australia will send out Ashlyn Herbert since the loss last season. Drew Dressel's been training specifically for this rope climb, so no shock he's going for Team USA. But a little surprised the Aussies have chosen Herbert, who weighs 172 pounds.
Yeah, that's a little heavy, but he has been to stage 3 twice on Ninja Warrior Australia, and his team really feels he's their top guy and gives them the best chance to win.
And he's got some special incentive for this climb. His teammate Olivia Vivian is down with Christine to explain.
Olivia, what can we expect out of Ashlyn on stage 4?
Ashlyn is such an Aussie gun, mate. Just put a bucket of beer up there to motivate him, which, you know, he'll be up there pretty fast, and when he gets there, he'll probably neck it, which means scull it, which means drink it really fast.
So glad that you interpreted that for me, because I was going to ask a lot of questions. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
This is Drew Dressel's 4th straight season on Team USA, but he's never climbed the rope on stage 4. So it's time to settle this. For Team USA, Drew Dressel. For Team Australia, Ashlyn Flashlyn Herbert. 80 feet to the top. Only one can win.
Matt, this is going to be a mega showdown. And what a story this would be if Australia can win this in their first season competing.
Drew Dressel trying to bring the trophy back to America after losing out last season. Well, the Aussies no lack of support here, Aqua.
Yeah, but these U.S. fans are not going to go quietly. We can hear them too.
And Dressel getting fired up.
And look at Ashlyn's face. Ashlyn doesn't look like he's fazed by the competition.
He looks calm. These Australians have been rising to the occasion. Time to find out who will take home the title.
Ashland gonna get out like he's in the umpire. Look at him. Oh boy. Oh my. What you say, USA?
Here comes Herbert. Oh my. Dressel is getting poked, but Herbert keeping it close up.
And now he can get back in it. Still 20 feet to go.
And Dressel doing a great job with the lower body.
Oh man, Ashland is burning out. And all of a sudden, look at this. We've never seen this out of Drew Dressel.
Oh my, the first time he's made the climb. And he did it. Drew Dressel, the real-life ninja, brings the title home for Team USA, finishing in just under 34 seconds. And look at this now, coaching Ashland Herbert to the buzzer.
And don't forget the beer. He's got that beer waiting for him.
And Herbert finishes it. He's exhausted, but he wouldn't give up. And this upstart team from Australia, what a surprise in their first season of international competition. They certainly represented their country well. But it's the American squad that gets the title this season. The captain, Drew Dressel, came through when it counted. Ashland Herbert's grabbing that well-deserved beer.
They're both drinking up. They earned it. What a great competition. Let's watch this again. You know, right around the 20-foot mark, Drew started to pull away, and you can see Herbert's not using his legs. They're flailing around, but Drew did use his and kept that lead all the way to the buzzer, finished in just over 33 seconds, and these two celebrated in style.
Drew Dressel has done it. Come on in and get your trophy, Team USA! 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 What a finish to an incredible competition. It's Team USA to hoist the trophy behind their captain, the real-life ninja. For Akbar Bush, Vivian and Christine Leahy, I'm Matt Eisman. And for a planet full of ninjas, we say thank you. We'll see you next time on American Ninja War.